What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we've been covering the trial that's going on and nobody's really talking about out there in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out Detroit, and it's involving this bubblehead looking dude right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this man you see up here, his name is Andrew Payne, and he's currently on trial for what he did to a woman that was one of his former college friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, if you guys been keeping up, you know the picture. But for those who don't, let me reiterate real quick. This guy right here supposedly lured a girl to an abandoned house by gunpoint and locked her up for a couple of days, and he violated her multiple times in an attempt to make her his quote-unquote sex slave. Now, this guy been arrested, and this happened a couple years ago, but his trial's going on right now. And he took the stand again in his own defense. And the more he talks, the more wilder this story sounds and the more bad he looks. I'm going to show you this video. I want you to pay attention to two things. Listen to him with the questions that he's asked. And I want you to also listen to his defense lawyer when he's talking to the jury. This guy is cooked.
Also tonight, jury deliberations underway in the case of a Detroit man accused of kidnapping, torture, and sexual assault.
He took the stand again today, but will the jury believe him? Fox News' Amy Lang has the latest from court.
Did you intentionally force yourself on her sexually?
No.
Did you intentionally keep her there against her will?
No.
Did you view this as like a money for sex situation?
Yes.
Accused of kidnapping, torture, and sexual assault, defendant Andrew Payne testifies it was all consensual. It's alleged back in 2022, he lured a college friend to his dilapidated home on Detroit's east side. She thought she was going to a job interview at the church across the street that Payne said he had arranged with the pastor. But that was a lie.
You admit that the messages that were sent that we saw about this job, all fake.
Yes.
All a lie.
Yes.
This is what the jury heard from the alleged victim last week.
I turned around and he has a gun in his hand. I was nervous. My heart started pounding really fast. I just stood there just in fear. He said that I would be his sex slave for a year. It was terrifying.
She testified she was a virgin, that Payne photographed and sexually assaulted her in multiple ways. She escaped from a second-story window after 2 days. Payne says the entire interaction was agreed upon role play, and he was going to pay her, but didn't.
You think that made all this stuff up because you were mad at her, correct?
No, because I did not pay her.
Because you didn't pay her?
Yes.
Payne's attorney telling jurors this.
Being kinky is not a crime. Being gross is not a crime.
This case boils down to knowledge, consent, and intent.
And prosecutors say the victim had no knowledge, consent, or intent, that Payne lied before, and he's lying again now.
She ended up going to that house, thinking again that she was going to an interview, and there was no communication about role-playing sexual fantasies. From her testimony alone, it was clear that she had no idea that this was even going to happen.
Jury deliberations are underway. Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
As you've seen it, this sick perv, Andrew Payne, crazy as can be. Number one, I'm going to say this. This woman, they didn't talk about it, but to get you guys caught up, some of you guys know this already. This woman was lured to his home, supposedly under the guise of a church right next door, hiring for a position because she's in college. They was in college at the time. She wanted a job. Yeah, he texted her on. They got text message of him texting her, giving her the information. When she arrives out there for him to meet her, they're saying that now you're listening here. In another report, they said his house is across the street from that dilapidated house. You know what I'm saying? Said he had the girl by gunpoint. You gonna be my sex slave. Tied her to a chair in the house. Went about his daily business playing video games. They had his goofy ass boy up there on the stand in another video I did. And it was just a whole bunch of weirdness, including the attorney. Now I'm gonna tell you something. besides this crime being sick and just crazy as can be, the attorney, he just, man, if I was going to trial for this, which I wouldn't, and I seen the attorney and he was talking the way he was talking in there and moving his hands like a marionette, I'd have been like, nah, give me somebody else. I'ma lose. Why did you let this man take the stand and talk after these vicious crimes? You gotta realize, you see how many women was in there? And this crime is about doing something bad to a woman. And you sitting up in there as a defense attorney trying to downplay the victim that has endured a lot, had to escape from the top floor of a thing when he ran out. I think he was playing video games with his boy and she looked for an opportunity to escape. This guy had a mattress on cinder blocks in his house. The back porch didn't have no steps and it was covered in dog feces in the back patio. Yeah, it was all arranged. I was supposed to pay her for all of that role play. What? How many of you ladies, no matter how much the money was, would go in a dirty, nasty house with no carpet and all this dog poop smell and all this stuff and let some guy experiment on you? Said he had sex toys in the house that he brought to experiment on this girl. You think about that. This is what this guy did. Now the jury's deliberating right now. They probably came up with a verdict because I don't see no long deliberation on this. Now all of a sudden he's saying, oh, she's mad because I didn't pay her. In the other video I did, he said, oh, it's all about role play. This whole thing, the text messages, they were all fake. Come on, bro. Come on. Did you hear the lawyer? It all comes down to knowledge, consent, and intent. You motherfucking right. You're right, sir. Knowledge that it was a place he could take her to and do all that torturous, sexual, sick stuff. Consent to come to near his house under the guise of a church for a job that she never got. And intent, him, with what he did to her. Carrying out his vicious plans at gunpoint. You're gonna be my sex slave for a year. You tied a woman up you bonded a woman up in a dirty ass dog shit ridden house with no bed frame or nothing. And you was gonna do that for a year and you thought you was gonna get away with it. I'm telling you, there are some guys out here that don't know how to approach the opposite sex on a level of intimacy or just socially. And that's one of them. You would think as big as his head is, he could think of a way to be a little bit more polite in trying to show somebody he like him or he wants them. Hell, nowadays, with the over-sexualization of women in this country and the overemphasis of sexuality, period, out here, and all of the access to adult material on your phone and stuff, you would think somebody could just rub themselves out and avoid this type of thing. But no, there's sick, demonic people that run around and do this type of stuff. I don't know anybody that would have consigned to doing that. This guy's an idiot. And I think they gonna smoke him. Especially with the way his lawyer was talking and stupid. The victim came in there and talked. Come on, man. Come on. He's done. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully we'll get an update soon. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.